look. What are you doing? Are you a speaker today?
Okay, well, hi and excuse me. Alright everyone, hello, and welcome to another episode of Green and Kitchen Witchery, made maybe a little bit easier. And namely what I want to talk about is seasonal foods. So here's the thing, right? I was talking about this with my mom the other day when I was making this like grilled orange sun chicken, which I will be releasing on Patreon. If you guys want to check out my Patreon, get recipe cards and all that other kind of stuff, or just get these videos 2 weeks early, you can do that. If you want to support the channel for free, of course, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button and keep watching this video. But again, as we were talking about that orange grilled chicken, we were talking about oranges themselves. Because funnily enough, while oranges are associated with the sun and with the element of fire and are really good for anything that has to do with like luck and love and money and optimism and all that kind of stuff, they're actually a winter fruit. And that means that the oranges you're going to get in summer actually tend to be not the same quality as the ones you're going to get in winter. My mom and I also seem to notice that, isn't it funny how nature kind of pops up what you need when you need it? Like, you're not really doing good on fresh fruit and vegetable in the winter, and that happens to be when all the mandarins and oranges pop up, which are full of vitamin C. After winter, you need all kinds of vitamins, and all the things we call weeds happen to be absolutely packed with those vitamins that we need. I don't think it's a coincidence, but I digress. So I wanted to talk about seasonal produce because not only can you actually get some really better deals on the cost of your grocery bill when you buy seasonal produce, but you can also get a little bit more in tune with the natural cycles of the world and all the thematic things of what's going on around us when you pay attention to those more seasonal fruits. So we are currently in the summer season. The summer solstice has come and gone, and we are now in the just high, bright time of the year. This is the time when all the fruits are going to start coming in. This is the time when all of, the flowers have fallen off, and we just got all those lush green leaves. This is the time where fertility and joy and all the good things that we love about being outside are at their peak. And so naturally you're going to notice that the cycles and the magical themes are going to align with that, right? We have in the summer Gemini, Cancer, and Leo, which are signs all about communication, new ideas, moving around, as well as settling into the home, right? Taking care of the home, and then also being that bright, sunny, optimistic feeling, right? Because we have Mercury, the moon, and the sun all ruling those 3 signs that I just mentioned. And August is also notably where we get the very first harvest festivals of the year. A lot of people point to Samhain as a harvest festival, but actually the first one is that Lammas or Loafmas on August 1st, or also for Southern Europe, the Feast of the Assumption, traditionally, right, on around the 15th. So in a season where the sun is at its peak power, we're going to notice a lot of certain things are coming into play. Things like peaches, watermelons, zucchinis, squashes, tomatoes, peppers, things that are all about fire and brightness and spice, but also water, emotion, love. Cancer's a water sign, Leo's a fire sign. I don't think it's that much of a coincidence. A lot of the magic, therefore, we're going to do at these times of year, yeah, of course, they're going to be your standard money spells and everything like that, but because we are out and about, because things are bright, because things are moving, we're doing a lot of spells for luck, a lot of spells for joy, a lot of spells for fun and romance and just adventure, right? We're doing spells that open us up to new experiences and that open us up to new people. Because summer, the time when we go outside, is the time we connect socially with other people at events, festivals, markets, and all these other kinds of things that are going on. This is a season for connection, and that's why all the fruits and vegetables you're going to see right now largely have to do with that. The entire family of cucurbits are always extremely popular in the summer. Granted, yes, there are fall cucurbits like squashes, acorn squash, pumpkin, all those things. Those are the autumn ones. But the summer squashes, the summer melons, these are very good for magic and also tend to be cheaper around this time of year because they're coming into season. Likewise, things like tomatoes, things like strawberries, things like later in August blueberries, as well as peaches, as well as all of the fresh herbs we have, right? A lot of the, basil, thyme, oregano, all these other things, they're all coming in right now, and they're all Very, very good for those light, bright, kind of more Mediterranean style dishes, or salads, or just general, fruits to snack on, anything like that. And so the magic here definitely is going to be focused on the fun, the brightness, the luck, protection, and also love, joy, beauty, radiance, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't mean that you can't use something like oranges, like I showed you before, the grilled chicken. It's just that they're going to be slightly more expensive, and you're going to notice that the quality of them isn't going to be the same. Like, I bought this bag of oranges for the chicken, and they were already kind of bumped and scarred and a little slightly wrinkly looking. It's because they had to be grown in a climate where they're still getting oranges right now, and that means that you have to pack them on a boat, and then on a plane, and then wherever else, and ship them for a really long time to get them to our markets. Meanwhile, here in New England, right, we have a lot of apple trees around, so when it's apple tree season in the fall, oh yeah, those apples are fresh and they last in your fridge for like months because they came right off the tree that was just down the road. See what I mean? The cost is going to go up because of that transport, and then also the quality is going to go down. And that's where the practical side of this comes in, of eating seasonal and eating local. Well, we can talk all day, about do the magic that aligns with the season, and, start focusing on the themes that matter in summer, like that love, connection, fertility, joy, all this other kind of stuff, like make hay while the sun shines and all that kind of thing. The practical application is also that you can cut down on, any emissions if you know that the fruit you're getting is more local. You can also save some money because less transport time and less difficulty getting the fruit means the cost is going to be a bit cheaper. When they are also in season, there's an abundance of it, so there's a ton of them. Like, when I made the peach tarragon grilled chicken, that was wild because I literally found peaches for $1 a pound. $1 a pound for peaches? That's the cheapest I've ever seen them in my life. So not only did I have plenty of peaches to make a marinade with, not only did I have plenty of peaches to put in salads, I had plenty of peaches just to snack on for $4. You really can't beat that kind of efficiency, both in cost and in magic. And also, if you've got the summer garden going too, then this is a whole separate thing. And I think next time we're going to talk about the wonderful lessons of gardening that can impact your spiritual practice. But for right now, when you garden, what are the things you're growing in the summer? Cucurbits, like squashes, like zucchinis, like cucumbers, and also nightshades like tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, and so on. And of course, also plenty of fresh herbs, borage, chamomile, basil, all the kinds of stuff that requires it to not be freezing to grow. It's growing. And now you might be saying, well, Sarah, what if I don't want to do that kind of stuff right now? What if I still want to do the protection spells and the banishment spells and other things that we might associate more with periods of darkness and death, right? Like fall, like winter. What if I want to do something more baneful or more protective or more casting out rather than bringing in? By all means, you can still do that. It's just that when you are backed up by the current energy that's around, it may be a little easier to kind of go with the flow rather than trying to do your own thing against the grain. Because if you know about, say, how people match up magic with the moon phases, right? How they'll kind of do abundance spells during the waxing moon because the moon is growing fuller, how they'll do banishment spells during the waning moon because the moon is shrinking down. Likewise, the seasons follow this pattern. Spring is like the waning moon season, summer being the full moon season of harvest and power and glory and just fun and wild abandon. Then you've got fall, analogous with the waning moon, and then you've got winter, analogous with the new moon, right? In which it's silent, planting new things, getting ready for the next cycle. As I always say, it's never that your magic will not work if you don't do something at a certain time. It's just that it sometimes helps a lot when you can align your state of mind, what you're looking for, and everything else with the rhythm of the world around you. And even then, there are still plenty of baneful or protective or other things you can do with the stuff of summer right now. Fire itself, and especially the planet Mars, are huge in protective stuff, like onions, garlic, chili peppers, basil, or anything else like that. Many of the things coming out right now can absolutely be used in a banishing quality. It's just that they can also be used in other ways, like sparking your power, your ambition, upping your defenses, upping your upping your optimism and just encouraging a brighter mindset. If you're always focused on deflecting and banishing things, then where's the room to actually boost yourself up and brighten yourself? But also, buying locally is a great way to inject some money back into the local economy, because you likely have some farms and stuff around you that do a lot of farmers market type stuff or sell these kinds of vegetables. They tend to be a little bit more expensive than your average grocery store, but it's good to know that you're putting that money directly into your neighbors and people that you can see, rather than like big old companies with a lot of interesting skeletons in their closet. But there's a lot to be said for how a lot of people, we get so used to our routines that we kind of fall into this idea that every day of every part of the year is going to look the same, that we're going to eat the same things, that we're going to do the same things. But the reality is, for all of human history, we have been a part of the natural world. We still are, but it seems that so many things bring us further and further away and disconnect us from it. When in reality, if we continue to follow that path, that rhythm of nature, we'll notice that this is the time to be out and loud and proud, to be out and excited, that this is the time to make friends, do new things, see new things, meet new people, all this other kinds of stuff, that this is the time to grow things, whether it's fruits, whether it's dreams, whether it's anything else. And it's also the time to spend more time with our families, our loved ones, right? That Gemini, Cancer, Leo combo is going to give us a lot of a boost in communicating, in loving one another, and in really just shining happiness, being merry, having a good time, putting ourselves out there. Whereas come fall, come winter, it'll be time to slow down, right? Time to come back inside, time to get back to work and hunker down, as well as time to rest. And then the spring comes and the activity ramps up again. This is the rhythm of human nature. And when we try in these little ways to eat locally and seasonally, to do our magic seasonally, it's going to help us connect little by little back into those natural rhythms that we just seem to keep losing in the modern world. So I hope this was something to think about for you, that maybe will inspire you to go get some local or even just seasonal produce instead of your usual stuff. Maybe switch it up a bit. And I'll see you guys next time to talk more about gardening and honestly what I've noticed and learned from it. So, see ya.